You're watching From the Heart with John Willard.
Hi friends, John Willard here, the gentleman poet, storyteller, and NACA contributor, back for another show and more bone-chilling truth. If you can't load up and come to the Ozarks, then come. Take the journey with me. We have Clara Mac, foot-long and white pea-shaped blooms. Oh, they perfume the air with a scent akin to costly French perfume. The pups and I were up early this morning, 3 a.m. After some healthy food for the pups and coffee and oats for me, we took in the sights and sounds of the Ozarks and watched the sun come up. Sights and sounds that bring me back to my memories on the farm. The sounds of cowbells. I could identify every cow and her location by listening to the bells. I remember the deep, throaty bell in the tower of an early rural school that called us kids in from recess, and the sounds of milking the cows by hand. I could play tunes on the interior walls of my milk bucket with the streams of milk. I'd strip out the cow and squirt a stream of milk to my cat sitting patiently in the aisle behind my cow. That cat never lost a drop. His tongue was experienced in lapping the milk in midair. I want to remember those days, the experiences of milking instilled in my life, the joys honest work provides. Finding joy, being humble, showing kindness. This is the beginning of a new day. You have been given this day to use as you will. You can waste it or use it for good. What you do today is important because you are exchanging a day of your life for it. When tomorrow comes, this day will be gone forever. In its place is something that you have left behind. Let it be something good. Let me share this quote by William Penn. If therefore there can be any kindness I can show, or any good thing I can do to any fellow being, let me do it now, and not defer or neglect it, as I shall not pass this way again. How moving. Sitting quietly beside a friend who is hurting may be the best gift we can give. Our habits and our character. Remember, friends, watch your thoughts, for they become words. Choose your words, for they become actions. Understand your actions, for they become habits. Study your habits, for they will become your character. Develop your character, for it becomes your destiny. As we grow older, we find that time brings the deeper understanding that clears up our misconceptions. It shows us the error of our hates, dispels our worries and fears. Let me share this short poem by St. Clair Adams. Yes, things are more or less amiss. Today it's that, tomorrow this. Yet with so much that's out of whack, life does not wholly jump the track. Because since matters move along, no one thing's always staying wrong. So heed not failures, losses, fears, but trust the rectifying years. Then envy, hate towards man or class, should from your sinful nature pass. Though others hold a higher place, or have more power or wealth or grace, the best of them, be sure, cannot escape the common lot. So many smiles, so many tears come with the rectifying years. Most of our troubles are not too serious when we come to examine the realities of them, unless we expect too much. Oh, expecting too much reminds me of the man who was complaining that the railroad would not pay him for his mule, which it had killed. The man said, "This is so unfair. The railroad won't even give me back my rope." "What rope?" he was asked. "Why, sir," answered he, "the rope that I tied the mule to the track with." Gladness begins with the first person, with you. But it may spread far, like the ripples when you toss a stone across the water. The world is full of perplexed and lonely people whom even a smile or a kind look will help. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "You cannot do a kindness too soon, for you never know how soon it will be too late." Each one of us is a one-of-a-kind individual, and we all have gifts that we can share with family, friends, peers, and even total strangers. When we give love, knowledge, compassion, or kindness to others, we're giving a piece of ourselves. It's the act of doing it sincerely, unconditionally, and consistently that shapes our character. Our character then shapes us and makes us the person we eventually become. One of the keys to motivating yourself is understanding your emotions. Our emotions, to a large extent, drive our behavior. As the following story demonstrates, harnessing your emotional energy is the key to achieving a desired result. Let me share. Alabama football coach Bear Bryant had a young man on the fourth string of his team named Henry Peterson. He had never gotten to play, and just before the Alabama game, Bryant got a call from Henry saying his dad had died and he needed to go home. On Friday, Coach Bryant got another call from Henry saying Coach, I got to thinking about it, and I can't let the team down. I want to be there Saturday. On Saturday afternoon, Henry was ready to play. He walked up to Bryant and said, "Coach, I want you to start me today." Bear said, "Henry, this is the Alabama-Auburn game. I can't start you. You've never played." But Henry persisted, and Bryant, never knowing why, heard himself say, "Okay, Henry, I'll put you in on the first play." Henry Peterson ran for 4 touchdowns in the first half. The coach walked over to him at halftime and said, "Son, I don't know whether to kiss you or to kill you. On my bench 4 years, why didn't you tell me you could play like this?" Henry said, "Coach, my dad was blind. Today was the first time he ever got to watch me play football." Now that's as it was written. Henry discovered his emotional energy, and by harnessing it, he produced amazing results. Have you discovered yours? Friends, I'm out of time, but remember, Nagi always said, when you're good to others, you are best to yourself. You can reach me on Twitter at JohnWillard47. And if you want me to come to your event, well, I still have my dogs. You know how that is. Remember, it's not what we gain, but what we give that measures the worth of the life we live. Until next time, friends.